Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to some dudes in case you don't know. First we got Aziz all the way from Kuwait. Always got a point when it's time for debate. Oh my Lanta, some call him Dan. Got the dad jokes in the palm of his hand. Boom Sauce McNasty got his eyes on the news. Got his ear to the streets and he's down for the crew. Next up is Clown, the DIY king. Got a juice line and some coils that sing. Then there's a bear who's smarter than average. Quick with a wit, his name Vapor Swaggins. Then there's the homie, we know him as Frames. And too many guests to remember the names. Together they make up this killer vape panel. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. What's in the news, Poon Sauce? Alright guys, it's that time for Dan's dad joke of the week.
What is going on, Ohmies? Welcome back for Season 3, Episode 1 of Vaping with the Ohmies. So stoked to be back for a new season. Of course, 3 years, guys. We've been doing this for 3 years. It's crazy shit, man. It's crazy. It's been an awesome ride. We've been doing some cool stuff, meeting some cool people along the way, like these two gentlemen right here that we've got along with us. Of course, we've got Mr. Frank Wolf. You guys know Frank. You guys see him in the chats. If not, you've heard him on the Wolf Bite podcast with Clown, who they've brought Mr. Chris Storm to be a part of the show with them as well. So we had to get the whole Wolf Bite panel on because it's something we haven't done as on the Ohmies yet, which is crazy because you guys have been doing the Wolf Bite for quite a while. We've been doing this show for a while, so it was only a matter of time that we did a mashup. So super stoked to have you guys on for the first episode. And of course, today's Star Wars Day. When you guys know what that means, may the 4th be with you. So we're going to be getting into some Star Wars talk, of course. You know, it only feels right with today's holiday, Star Wars Day and all that good stuff. And so what we're going to do is get into what we were vaping on, because I know I have something new that I'm vaping. I'm sure Corey has the same thing that he's rocking as well that we're pretty stoked on, and we'll probably talk a little on, not a whole lot, but we'll probably touch on a little bit, and then we'll see what everybody else is vaping, and I want to see what one of our guests is vaping on, so I'm going to throw it over to Frank first. Frank, what you got, bro? What are you vaping?
With a Warlock's hammer, in that I have Illusion's Nirvana, of course.
Yeah, sorry, Frank, you should be good to go now. I had the wrong thing set there for you guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, with the new setup, I hadn't had the full OBS setup for the Ohmies yet, so I had a couple things I didn't click yet. My bad.
Rewind.
All right. 5
Okay.
minutes
over.
later.
You know, it wouldn't be me hosting a show if I didn't have some dangle clocks. All right, it's what I do.
Sure.
Besides
Gotta do the
Corey,
dang clocks, man.
Corey gives me a run for my money, though. To be honest.
Hey, I've gotten better, damn it.
Hey,
Corey gives everybody a run for their money.
so go ahead,
No,
Frank. Sorry, dude.
no.
Continue.
So, anything else? Oh, yeah, the Burzo. In that, I have Vengeance, because this is Clown's favorite juice. So, yeah. I'll pass it off to Tuna then.
Oh, hello. I
Hello.
have the Notion with the Vape Flies Galaxy. With, are we doing juices or no?
Yeah.
With some of the Mitch Hoggett 12 milligram vanilla custard. I
I
have
thought his name is Hogart.
It's Hogart.
Oh, Hogart. Okay.
Hogart.
Okay.
I don't know how to say his last name. I just butcher it every time. Just 'cause,
Something like that, dude. That works.
he butchers
Close
mine.
enough.
I got the Luna with the Furnace RDA, and then in that I have some strawberry custard from Mitch, and then I have the Dot Mod Squonk, and in that I have some Mr. J's Vapor Solutions with the Mexa Treats, and in that I always forget the name of this drip tip, and I just had it in my head.
Christmas balls.
The what?
Christmas balls or something like that.
Something like that. Like Christmas balls or smashing balls or eat my balls or something.
Platinum balls.
Platinum
There
balls.
you
There we
go.
go. Platinum balls on the Ohana, on the drag, and in that I have some Dat Sugar cookie dough, and then I have the Vert with the recoil, and in that I have some Georgie from Clockwork Vapors. Will. That would be it.
Hey.
And I'm gonna pass it off to Poon Sauce.
What is up, guys?
Poondoodle McNoodle.
Yeah,
Poon
whatever
Doodle
name,
McNoodle.
whatever name you want to choose for me on any given day. I got a few things. I got a lot of like newer stuff this week / stuff I haven't used in a while, so I set it back up. First, it's like my homage to Vapor Swaggin, since he's not here with us today. I got my Cycloid 2.1 with the Jenna. Got my new DHD chop top in to kind of just make that perfect, in my opinion.
And by the way, guys, Swaggins is okay. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with them. I don't know
Not
why
with
Corey
you, with
made
us
it
today.
sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
don't take that. He's perfectly fine, guys.
Since
Not
Swaggins
okay.
is no longer with us,
Yeah. Today.
have a moment of silence.
Because he made it
didn't
sound like
say
he
it
was
like
having
that.
like a full-on memorial setup, and I was like, hey man.
well, you get what I mean, yeah.
Anyways, continue, Corey.
Inside of there, I got some Skull and Crossbones by Vigilante. And then next, I got my new. Well, mine's not a new, but I got my Overpowered topped with the Trilogy RTA from Vapor's Cloud, which I've been really enjoying. Got a DHD B stock that I had sitting around that looks pretty nice on there. So a little nub tip on there. And inside of there, I got some Hometown Hero, the Sweet Lemon Bar. Delicious. And then probably my favorite setup of the day, which of course this is another new one. Got my Cyclone Mods Evo DNA 200 with the brand new Rye RDA. This piece of voodoo magic fuckery that has stolen my heart.
Yo.
With
Watch
of
me.
course gotta pay homage to my Ohmy to my left. I got a Janklin green tip on there to kind of
What?
pull everything together. And then inside of there, I got my last little bit of Respect from Transistor. And yeah, that's all I got running tonight. Why don't I pass it over to Mr. Clown?
Hello. Alrighty, so let's see. I got the Haku Riviera, top of the top side dual. In that, I got some of that Benthol from Rescued E-Liquid. Then next, I have the Bennett Tool Customs Squonker Mod with the Karma Gen, or however the fuck you pronounce that. And then I got from Superb, which this is one again. I don't remember what it's called. It's a peach berry lemonade from Superb. Really, really good. Then lastly, I'm gonna go with the Recoil Rebel DHD Drip Tip Hyperion combo there. And then that I got Alex from Clockwork Vapors. All right, Mr. Frames Janklin, take it away.
Oh, it's my turn. I get to go. Cool.
Yes.
So I guess I'll start with this one since it's the one in my hand. First up, I've got this guy right here. Got that Warlock's Dagger from the Gathering Vapor with an Odium from Unicorn Vapes Inc. That's custom coated by Ashton of Palmas Powders. Got a DHD chop top on top of there, of course, with that color changing action. I do have some for British size only coils, I believe, are inside of this. Shout outs to you for British size. And I've got some of that, boom, toffee custard from Bottled Violence on the inside of that. This stuff's absolutely delicious. Shout outs to Will over at Still Valley. Next setup I've got my Dull Dime. That's right, Spearmint number 33. Shout outs to Michelle Lynn of Dull Dime Mod. Sorry, not for sale, sorry. Got the TM24 Pro with an Eclipse cap because that's the way Michelle Lynn vapes her Dull Dime, so that's how I'm going to vape mine today. Except for I do have some pretty nice coils inside of here, which are, I believe, some Breeze Tone coils. Shout outs to one of our new sponsors, Breeze Tones. Super stoked.
Oh, yeah,
to
we
have
haven't
him.
announced that yet.
Yeah, I guess I get a chance to do it now. So shout outs to Breeze Tones, one of our new sponsors, as you guys seen from the thumbnail and everything like that. So that means that some of you guys out there are going to get a chance from time to time to get your hands on a couple sets of some Steesbrone coils. That's what I like to call them. But Breeze Tone coils. So much love goes out to Breeze Tones for, just being an awesome dude just all around and just providing some of the best coils for your vaping needs. Available at Local Vape. So definitely go check them out there. I believe Will from Still Valley Vapor has them as well. So definitely go check them out. Go grab some up, and like I said, you will get your chance to get your hands on some if you guys stay tuned. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, I do have some liquid inside, which is some cherry ice from the fountain. This is like a white cherry slushy, really delicious liquid. Haven't vaped it in a while, and I saw it sitting over there, and Uncle Chris said, "Dude, vape that," and I was like, "Okay." So I did, and I'm glad I did because it's good stuff. Last setup I've got is the El Thunder 2700 with the rye RDA on top, just like Corey said. I just got this in today, and it was the first thing I did when I got home was throw a fresh set of some M-Turk 27 gauge Aliens 2.5 millimeter, and put some of that Boule Bolu inside, and then of course topped it off with the chop top. I mixed up what I was trying to say there with that Blizzard chop top just to pull the white together with a little stainless action. I actually think this is a pretty sexy looking setup, and I've got to say this rye RDA so far, I'm definitely enjoying the airflow. The best damn draw I think they might be onto something. What do you think, Corey? Might be onto something there.
I whenever I think about what this RDA is doing to me, I get all word jumbly.
Yeah, Corey's been having like a love affair with this thing since I wasn't even home from work yet. I like hop into Discord, and Corey's like, "Dude, James, you need to like break your other foot or something so you can like go home and like build this." I'm like, "Dude, it's gonna be there when I get home. It's not going anywhere, Corey. It's like probably sitting on my counter waiting for me. No worries."
You don't understand.
It's like, "No, dude, you don't get it, bro." He's like, "You need to get home like now." I was like, I'll get it, bro. And then I got here, I built it, and so far, man, this thing's pretty serious. But like I said, got to spend some more time with it, throw a couple more different builds in it. I want to try that single coil action, all that. But anyways, all the buffets are done. We did shout out one of our sponsors already, so might as well knock out a couple more. We do have Rescued E-Liquid, as you guys did not know. One of my favorite liquid brands out there. If you guys have not tried Ben is my favorite out of their line for sure. But they do have Vulcan, which is probably my number 2, which is a strawberry kiwi. They have all kinds of different fruit flavors. They have some bakery flavors as well, if you're into that. With the pack leader line, they've got the snickerdoodle custard. They also have that vanilla peppermint, which is also pretty damn good. So go check them out, rescuedeliquid.com. Use the code Ohmies for 10% off of your order, all that good stuff. And I believe they also have a code BARK20 for 20% or $20 off a $100 order. So go check that out. Go put in an order. Go check that delicious liquid out because I love it. As you can see, some of the panel here was rocking some Rescued, so it's definitely worth giving a shot if you guys haven't already. And of course, 15% of what all proceeds go to the Humane Society, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what's better than that, guys? Not only are you getting some delicious e-liquids, but you're able to help some stray animals or whatever at these shelters and stuff like that, help them get some food and all that great stuff. So definitely a huge shout out goes out to Rescue E-Liquid. And then we do have TX Candy Caviar or Texas Candy Caviar. They do have those caviar CBD gummies, which are something that I've been using quite a bit lately. I actually eat a couple at night. These bad boys right here, as a matter of fact, I'm tucked behind the pillow. Some of these, I have bought a 1,000 milligram bag of the watermelon rings with a little bit of that melatonin, which is actually pretty awesome for at nighttime. I eat like 1 or 2 of these, and with that added melatonin actually helps me not only relax with the CBD, but also kind of aids me to sleep at night because I have problems sleeping, and they've been helping me out quite a damn bit. So I definitely suggest go checking them out. You can go check them out, TexasCandyCaviar.com. Use the code Ohmies for 10% off of your order there as well. And I think that's pretty much it as far as we go for sponsors. And like I said, just definitely go check out Breeze Tone Coils over there at Local Vape. They're been giving him nothing but love and been putting in crazy orders. So you'd definitely be able to go grab some up and get them while they last because they go quick, guys. And they're worth grabbing up. They're literally in almost every one of my setups, if not like a few, because I do have some for British size only setups going as well because you make some pretty big coils. But other than that, Corey, you had your finger up. Were you going to say something?
Before we get to that, Anthony Ramel just put in chat, if you go on to txcandycaviar.com, they're having a buy one, get one free right now.
Oh, snap. So that means go over there right now.
Take advantage of easily the best
CBD
candy out there. CBD gummies, whatever you want. To me, none of them even compares. They pretty much created a category of their own with quality, and
absolutely,
if you haven't gotten it yet, you're missing out.
So with that, it is time for that beginning segment of the show. And Corey, I hope you're ready for it because it's time for What's in the News, Moon Sauce.
Okay, well, there's an update now. It is official. The big 3 of the tobacco industry have now filed for their PMTAs. Looks like the last one to file was Phantom US LLC, which is a division of Imperial Brands, which also is where they also own like the brands sold around the world, including Winston, Cool, Player, Davidoff, and I don't even know how to say that one. Okay. But they filed for their blue e-cigarette. So if it's official now, the big 3, pretty much the 3 major tobacco companies out there have now filed. So, of course, we all know that the PMTA has been streamlined to September, which is, it's kind of good. I've had a couple mixed opinions on it in my head, but overall, I'm saying this is a good thing because it gives people more time to get their funds together and actually sell the product so they can afford to file. But one thing that kind of passed my mind a little bit too after seeing this article on Vaping 360, big huge shout out to Jim McDonald for all the great work he does over on Vaping 360. I'm going to post the link in chat right now for you guys to take a look. But on Michelle Mitten's Twitter, it is apparently the White House officials are weighing a plan to replace the Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar, which I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on this because he's the one that went out there and actually stated that he wants to streamline the PMTAs to make it easier for these small business, for these family-run companies to be able to file a lot easier.
Real quick, here's a question for you though from chat. Anthony Mella says, "Where'd it go? I just saw it." He's like, "So these have been accepted but not approved, correct?"
Okay, they've filed. Nobody's been approved for a PMTA yet, I believe. Yeah,
so they've
because nothing is real. But yeah, they've filed them and they've submitted it. So no, I don't believe any companies have been approved for a PMTA yet. There's over 30 companies out there who have filed for the PMTA so far. The big three of the tobacco industry are in that category. But what's really crossing my mind right now is if the White House officials are thinking about replacing Secretary Azar, which, what does that mean? Because if you think that, I don't know who they would have replace him, because I'm trying to think of new people that have been going through kind of those jobs. How we got the new guy in the FDA, which hasn't really said anything. He's been very, very quiet on what his stance on vaping is. He's letting, pretty much he's there to do his job and not be like Mr. Gottlieb, where I'm going to go over the media and just spread the gospel of how vaping's bad, blah, blah, blah. All this, pretty much how he's back and forth, how it could help people, how it was bad. It was a giant shit show whenever Scott Gottlieb got in the media. It really was. But with them wanting to get rid of Alex Azar, possibly, I'm not sure how substantial this is. What can that mean for a streamlined PMTA process is what my real question is. It's a question for everybody in chat as well, because I don't think we ever saw any proof of him trying to attempt to streamline it. I don't know if there was anything out there from small businesses. I don't know if anybody here that runs a small business that has seen anything that Azar's tried to do to make it easier for him. I'm not sure, but I definitely want to look into this a little bit more and figure out if maybe there's front runners for who would replace Azar. So I'm going to be doing research on that a little bit to let you guys know what I find. But this could be a weird kind of turn. So keep an eye out, everybody. Remember,
You're going to talk more about this on Wednesday?
I'll get to that a little bit later today on what I'm planning to do with Wednesdays now, because I'm kind of changing things up a little bit with when the show is happening.
Okay.
So I'll get to that later. But to remember, guys, I know we're going through still a pretty rough time, and with COVID thing happening, so this still isn't the time to where we're dealing with other stuff. We still have plenty of time to email our representatives, make sure we're on CASA. CASA is doing crazy amount of things right now. I've said this time and time again, they just revamped their Instagram to make it easier to navigate. I know they changed up their website a little bit to make it easier to navigate. They're doing so many things to make it easier for the everyday vapor to go on there and stay involved, which is I can't say this enough. We all need to make sure we're staying involved no matter what. We have the time now, with a lot of us being at home, we have time to shoot an email off of CASA's blanket they have to where just tell your story. That's sometimes it's all you need to do. Tell your vaping story. They have a format on the CASA website to where you put it in there, creates it for you, and you just press copy, paste, and send it. That's it. It'll take less than 5 minutes of your time. And the more we're reaching out to representatives, remember, take this time to get a hold of your state representative, because the statewide level is where the real fight is happening right now. Because that's where we don't want to see other states happen. How New York just got fucked practically. How Massachusetts is still fucked with them still being banned there. It's just, we don't want to see anybody else go through what they're going through right now, because it's crazy. And so we got to stay vigilant. We got to keep hitting them with the emails. Can't say this enough times. I wish I could just have this going across my freaking screen saying email, because it needs to happen. Stay on Twitter. Do something. Pretty much.
Absolutely.
So that's what I got for you guys this week.
Real quick, too, Light Bear says a big thank you to Danielle Jones for updating the CASA website. Absolutely.
100%.
Shout out goes out to
100%.
Danielle Jones. Just in general, she's just like, if you ever want to just get good information in an easy and consumable manner, Danielle Jones is the person to go to. Hands down. So thank you for that, Corey. Of course, post that link one more time for them, just in case they want to go check that out. And then
I'll post the link one more time. It's a good read.
Of course,
Anything that Jim McDonald puts on Vaping 360, he does a fantastic job no matter what. He makes sure his facts are in place. If there's anybody that you should be going to look for a lot of news stuff, he's one of the people you should be looking for. Of course, stay on Twitter as well. You'll find so many different articles there as well.
on.
So
Fix something
we
real
have to
quick.
keep fighting. That's all. It's pretty much. I hate having to repeat that all the time, but it's just a thing. It's one of the things where it's like we can't. I can't stop saying it. I can't.
But anyways, thank you for that, Corey. Appreciate that. Of course, like Corey said, we all still got to continue to send our emails, write our representatives. Stay vigilant. Stay up to date on what's going on in your local area. CASA is a great place to do so. So definitely go subscribe there if you have not already. And with that being said, let's touch on our guests here a little bit, and then we can kind of get into a little bit of some Star Wars talk, because I do want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about the wolf bite, because it's something that's been going on for a while, and of course now you guys got Chris along for the ride with you. So like, how have things been going with that, and like what do you guys got planned for like the show from now on? Like what do you guys see things going from now?
So basically, like, if anyone doesn't know yet what Wolf Bite is, basically it's a podcast turned into live stream kind of thing. So if you search right now, if you search right now in the internet, what are the top 15 podcasts for vaping? And then, so I just noticed it yesterday too. Upon 9 months of not uploading anything to SoundCloud, by the way, which I would give anything shit on me or whatever. But
Yes.
by the way, Wolf Bite, by the way, is on top 10, not just top 15. So like that's something that we are proud of, and that's something that we want to keep doing. And especially how it's turning out to be, like, I mean, you have all the live shows and live streams that's around if you're Pacific time, around 5 p.m. ish onwards. Us, we try to at least get it to the afternoon areas, which a lot of people don't notice it that much. Hi, Red. Oh, and Lightbearer, Chris Earl, sup. Usually what we do in the Wolf Bite is we don't usually have guest heavy shows. So that being said, it's like we wanted to try to at least be in touch with us three, just doing the show plainly and just carrying it on. I mean, before it was just us two with Clown, but we noticed that we wanted another brain to be also involved in the Wolf Bite. So we tried searching for people. We tried checking out who's like the best available person, and not just that, but like also the chemistry.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone here does live shows.
You gotta
and
be
everyone,
able to vibe with the person you're on the show with. Otherwise, it's just
yeah,
dead
it's
air.
just going to be a trainer. So what happened is we noticed that we had a lot of chemistry with Tuna. So that's why we brought in like a fake Australian with a mass accent who can't pronounce cars as cars. So
Cars.
basically like cars.
Cars.
So like we'll try to get more guests on and talk about other shit. But yeah, Tuna.
Yeah, because how you brought Tuna on? How long were you guys doing it before Tuna was brought on? Because
We're gonna, like, in September, I think we're gonna be in our year 3.
Yeah, September was year 3, and dude,
In
it's
September,
just like,
we're in year 3.
Tuna, how long have you been on it so far already?
I joined the Discord in August, and I think it was around the end of
November.
September, October. I joined.
Yeah.
How can you tell me the experience that you've had on the Wolf Bite so far? So tell us, like,
We're assholes to them completely.
Oh
just
yeah,
to be
complete.
honest.
I mean, you guys don't see it,
True.
but like,
True.
they degrade me. They call me names. You know what I mean?
I hired a guy that shows up at his house and punches him daily.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like open the door and I see Clown. He hits me and then walks away.
He's
The
my
way-
doppelganger.
Also, the way I boo him is instead of him shouting his dog out, I shout his dog out. So at
Yeah,
least that,
because like
that he
my
knows.
dog will bark randomly in the middle of the stream, and then I'll be like, "Go ahead, do it."
Jackson.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll have to
yeah.
yell. I'll have to yell it.
so what you're saying is they treat you as the the token Bostonian of the group, technically.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
So
wouldn't have it any
like-
other way.
He's
You
a
have-
token.
like I feel like
entertainer.
Clown's your Boston translator, where it's like you say something and then he's like, okay, he just said this, this, and this.
Yep.
So don't worry.
I'm the Boston
Oh.
Pizza.
The Boston Pizza.
He said
No.
car, not car.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
it's
said
ca-
"Ca."
Yeah.
He said car keys, not khakis.
So with that, like,
Even Domino said it. See, cars.
yeah.
Dude, Domino, like we had him as a guest on last week, and Domino is a trip, but that accent is thick, bro.
Oh
He's
yeah.
from like
Damn.
he's from like Boston's here. He's from like right here.
Yeah,
So,
he's
like-
north of Boston, I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm from Boston. I'm from the outskirts of Boston. Like, I'm not from the rich part of Boston. I'm from like the HOOD part of Boston, I would say.
HOOD.
So, like,
So if we go and like, we go to like a random ghetto street corner and be like, yep, those are my Stampa grads. I remember standing on that corner with the thumb up and everything. You get the idea?
I mean, I'm not like, hey, like Fonzie,
Yeah.
but
All right. Well, can I get back on track of like the wolf bite? Like what are some like the topics and stuff that you guys talk about? Are you like a variety type show? You guys talk about like all
Oh,
kinds of different
dude.
things, or you guys like have a certain like specific lane you guys try to stay in? Like what's like your guys' ideas as far as that goes?
We've done everything, to be honest. Like we did mental health month last year.
Nice.
Like every episode was about mental health, and we covered to the best of our abilities. Because I mean, we do have our own mental health stories that we talked about, but we did cover like just going deep into like depression or DID, things like that. It was it was very real for me, at least personal, just because like I have my own demons and issues, and to me that was something that really we covered, and it was very getting through it was a little bit difficult, but we got through it and we managed it. And then since me and Frank have a musical background, we've talked to no end about music. Also anime, because we're big anime nerds. We've done that.
If there's like a just chatting variety stream in YouTube, that's us. Like pretty much like anything under the sun that pretty much, let's say, people don't think of us as a guest imported show that much, because we covered pretty much everything around the sun. And that's what's good with us is,
So you guys talk
Dude.
aliens?
dude, we talk aliens,
I think we
conspiracy
have to.
theories.
Yeah, we have done conspiracy episodes.
I
Yeah.
feel like now that Tin is a part of it, you have to have conspiracy episodes. Because I feel like it can contribute.
Yes.
No, tuna
I'm
is
just
a living
saying, like, I feel like
conspiracy.
you might have some sort of like thoughts or opinions.
I mean,
that could,
listen, just
you
because
know?
I listen to Alex Jones doesn't mean I am a
Oh.
conspiracy.
Oh,
No, I'm
He
kidding.
now
believes
you
in the
have
gay
to.
frogs.
Now you have to. 'cause he's gonna-
By the way, he
Baby,
believes that the
save the
Earth is
baby.
flat. By the way, so
He does.
He does believe that the Earth is
He's
flat.
tried arguing that with us before.
Who, me? Me? Wong?
He's a flat earther.
He's a flatter.
Flat earther. Okay, well, speaking of flat earths, why don't we talk about some space stuff and talk some Star Wars stuff? What do you guys think?
I'm a Trekkie all the way.
With the
That-
Star
that's-
Wars hat
yeah,
on.
with-
Is
I
there a
was
way to
just about to say,
kick
not
him
judging
from
by
the
your hat.
stream?
I'm kidding.
So with that, I guess we can start. Why don't we do this? Like, this is something that shout outs to the Culture Clouds podcast, by the way, because this is something I heard them do. Like, let's list the movies, all 9 movies, and what we think is worst to best.
Okay, now I gotta get the list. Hold
Look
on.
at the list.
Okay,
I'm just talking.
just
I'm
off
just
the
talking
bat.
about the original. Or I'm just talking about the Star Wars saga. I'm not talking about like Rogue One and Han Solo and all.
I was
I'm
about
just
to
talking
say,
about.
that's
Off
a lot
the
of movies
bat.
to get the list.
Off the bat, episode
there's
1,
9, Corey.
like if there's a
Just remember
there's
what
a layer
episode
deep-
it is. You don't have to remember the title.
yeah.
All right, you should. If you're
Uh,
a true
I
Star
started
Wars
it, or-
fan. But anyways, who wants to start?
I'll start it. Screw it.
All right, go ahead.
So let's go from Okay, I'm gonna start from my least favorite.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Okay,
Build up to number 1.
my least favorite is easily episode 2, easily, because well, Anakin, oh my god, throughout the 2
Such a
and 3, he
crybaby,
is
dude.
such a whiny little bitch. I
Wow.
mean, going from watching the original 3 and seeing how great, like how much of a badass
But
he
you're
was
still
out.
picking episode 2.
Oh yeah, 2 is still my least favorite.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I got confused. Okay, go ahead.
and
Continue.
then
Continue.
I would say my let's see, 8 on the list would be episode 3 probably. Like I kind of like what they did. I like the battle scenes in it, but it's just again with Anakin being a crybaby. And then let's see, what would be my freaking?
Damn, Anthony Romello was on it. He threw his list out there already.
I gotta think. Actually, why don't we go through it to where we like each pick our 9 and then each pick our 8 and so on.
Okay, fine. Okay, so Corey
'Cause that
picked
gives
his
me time
least
to think.
favorite. Frank, what's your least favorite?
Let's see. I'll go 7. I didn't like the 7.
You didn't
Really?
like 7. So
7.
7 was the first one coming back.
Mhm.
Yes.
You were not okay. That was which one was that?
The-
The Force Awakens.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, The Rise of Skywalker. Sorry,
Oh,
Okay.
You
so
didn't like the last one?
the
last
last
one.
one. The
The
last
last one,
one.
sorry.
9.
9.
Not a fan of
Okay.
9. Okay,
No,
damn,
fine.
that one's on the bottom of the list. All right. What about you, Tuna? What are you putting on the bottom of your list?
Just, episode 1.
Episode 1. Okay. So you're not a the prequels fan.
Absolutely.
Clown. Where are you throwing down there?
I'm with Tuna episode 1. I agree with Poonsauce on the whole whiny Anakin stuff, but episode 1 starts this whole shit anyways, so fuck episode 1.
See, you know what? For me, I'm not throwing episode 1 down at the bottom because like that it was kind of cool getting to see like the Anakin story at first. So that one's not going to be at the bottom. So for me, it's I might go with 2 like Corey on this one and put that one at the bottom because like that's really when Anakin starts his whiny bitch shit and it, just like the acting in that movie is really when it starts to get terrible. You really notice it. Like I went back and watched them and I was just like, man, this is bad. So I'm gonna be throwing 2 down there. So where are you throwing next on the list, Corey?
Okay, so number 8 is going to be episode 3 for me, just because it continues on the whininess and just like you can't, for the amount of badass fighting scenes that happened in episode 3, because to me that was one of my favorite movies when it comes to like lightsaber battles and all that. It's just I couldn't get over the whole Anakin being Anakin in those 2 movies. It ruins it for you. So I'm going episode 3 for my number 8.
All right. What about you, Frank? What's your number 8?
I'd go Attack of the Clones.
So 2.
2. Basically for Poonsauce's mentions, but like, here's the thing with 2. Like, it focuses a lot on the storyline where he encounters Jango and Boba Fett, as well as Count Dooku. But, dude, from this nostalgic point, what you have to take away is just like, there's a lot of storylines that you took in, and the fighting scenes were like meh. So, yeah.
All right. What about you, Tina? What are you putting
Episode 3.
episode 3?
Yeah.
All right.
Same
And-
reasons what Sauce gave, because
Are you, Clown?
Episode 2. I mean, I hate
feel like
sand.
it's gonna
It
go
gets
1,
everywhere.
2. I feel like it's gonna go 1, 2,
Yeah.
3 for Clown. For me,
Oh,
it's,
yeah, it
for
is.
me, it's gonna be 3 as well. Like there's like I will give it the lightsaber battles are pretty dope. Like for what they were, but other than that, like the dialogue and everything really just the script
Oh, yeah.
sucked in those movies. Just like the way
Yeah.
they played out. It's not like all the actors were terrible. It's just like the dialogue wasn't there. So where are you going next, Corey? Episode 1.
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go with probably The Force Awakens next. Just, I don't know, that's because it's like when they had to reintroduce it again with new characters, it would just had that weird vibe to it. It's like you had to, because with the other movies, you got so used to the cast and so used to, like, it's of course the same universe, but having to kind of reinvest yourself emotionally to a movie with a new cast where you don't know their stories and all that stuff, it was difficult to get into. So I'm going to go with The Force Awakens for number, that would be 7, yeah, 6. Nope, 7. Right. What about you, Frank?
Revenge of the Sith.
Really?
So, yeah,
That's episode
Okay.
3.
Okay.
that's episode 3.
Gotcha.
Just because, like, Hayden Christensen's performance as a Skywalker, there's some good parts of it, but there's some cringe part of it. So, that one, and I don't know, like, yeah, maybe that. That's my reason.
Okay. What about you, Tuna?
Episode 2.
Because, like, the same reason we all have, just because we hate Anakin in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh, I hate
that,
Anakin.
that honestly, that's been like, even like in chat, if you're watching, that's like the complaints are just Anakin, like how bad that whole thing got destroyed. Because I even liked what's his name is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was actually pretty
yeah.
cool.
Ian
You know?
Mc-
He's
Ian
supposed to be
McGregor,
coming
Yeah.
back for like the series or
Yeah.
whatever they're doing series.
I
Yeah,
think
Ewan
he
McGregor
confirmed
was
it.
awesome. Do I?
What about you, James?
For me, I'm probably gonna go episode 1, even though like I do enjoy the story of it. It's still along those same lines. Like it just wasn't what I remember as Star Wars when I was like growing up as a kid. You know, it was cool seeing the story, but yeah, I'm gonna go there. So, what's next for you, Corey?
I'm going to go along on the same road as you, as my next one would be episode 1. Because, like, same thing, the story was cool. It's the start of the prequels, so it's like you're seeing how everybody was way back in the day, and just seeing the rise of the man we know as Vader, of him as a little child. So I enjoyed that movie, but it wouldn't be on the best ones I've seen from them.
See, I would have thought Jar Jar Binks would have brought it up for you.
Oh, Jar Jar's still the best character in this movie series. You're never gonna change my mind on that.
I
one.
wish Dan was
kidding,
here
right?
so he could
You're
disown you
You're
again.
never gonna change my mind. I'm thinking Jar Jar is the best fucking character in Star Wars.
We need to put you on a bench somewhere with a little table and the change my mind sign saying Jar Jar is the best character ever.
Exactly. And the hate's about to come in the comments. I know.
I'll go on for the same reason.
What about you, Tuna?
Say that again. What? Sorry. Huh?
What's your next one?
What's your next one for the list?
New Hope.
A New Hope.
Really?
Oh no. Sorry. What you said we're not doing Rogue One or Solo, right?
Yeah, those ones are out.
All right. Rise of the Skywalker.
So the latest one.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say that because I haven't seen it.
Really?
I haven't seen it yet. So
I still
throw it
haven't
up
seen
there.
it either.
All right.
It's all good.
So
All right.
I'm just gonna throw that up there.
So what about you, Clown?
Yeah, I was gonna go episode 8 just because it's unmemorable. I watched it and I don't remember shit from it, so it's
The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, for me, I don't know, man. I wasn't a huge fan of The Last Jedi, but I wasn't a huge fan of the way that like The Rise of Skywalker ended either. Like it was a good movie for what it was. Like watching it was cool, but like the story was fucked. Dude, like I don't know, man. This is a hard pick for me. I might just go with The Force Awakens to start this.
Okay.
Or no. Yeah, The Force Awakens. Go ahead, Corey.
Okay. Huh. I'm probably gonna go along with The Last Jedi being my next one because the main thing that made me kind of confused on it, I know for if you haven't, I don't know if anybody, this is gonna be spoilers if you haven't fucking seen it. You should have seen it by now. It's been
Yeah.
out long enough. The
Don't get
one
too much
part,
into it, Corey. Just
the Leia
quick
scene,
explanations.
the Leia scene with the ship. When like if you're not knowing what happened in The Rise of Skywalker, that scene confuses the hell out of you
That's the
because
point of it.
it comes out of nowhere, and it kind of like, why are they leaving stuff like stuff out and all that kind of stuff, and it's so I'm gonna go with The Last Jedi for my next one. That's the main reason for that Leia scene. And what about you, Frank?
Have I mentioned 6 yet? No.
No.
No. So I'll go Return of the Jedi. So
Really?
mm,
You're
so
about to.
Did you hate the Ewoks? Is that what you're saying?
no, like Luke is an interesting character, but I mean, if you look at it in a way where people wanted a happily ever after kind of thing, or everybody sinks kind of thing, or everything else sinks in, where that's where it follows, where the father and the son journey, and yeah, it turns pale kind of thing. So yeah,
What about you, Clint? What about you, Tuna?
Um, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Okay. Clown.
Let me see. I want to go with 7, just because again, I watched it. I was excited that they were doing a new Star Wars movie, but I don't remember anything from it. Just don't.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go Last Jedi on this one.
Okay.
Just because I didn't like the way that it ended.
Okay, I'll say this much that annoys me on that, and that's the from the original prequel, from the original 3, right?
No, that's the second one of the
Oh, okay.
sequels.
Yeah.
So it's 7.
7,
yeah, okay,
yeah.
never mind. All right.
Corey.
I'm gonna have to choose. I'm gonna have to go with the New Hope.
What?
I'm being next on my list. I liked it. It was good. It's just when it comes to like what I look for in like my movie style when it comes to the Star Wars movies, it lacked some things. I know that's just it was a movie building up the characters in the original 3. I understand that, but it was just I wanted more out of it, but I still liked it. It was still good. So I'm gonna do with New Hope on that one.
All right, Frank, where you at?
The Force Awakens. It was anticipated, but kind of messy. So that's where I kind of put it. But the fight scenes are fine, and I think the director and co-writer kind of like did a little bit of the modeling, drilling stuff. So yeah,
All right, where you
Okay.
at, Tuna?
Force Awakens.
Yeah. Clown.
Let's see. I want to go with Return of the Jedi. Because, yeah, I mean, we're already down to the last couple of them, and I
Yeah.
haven't seen 9, so I can't count that.
Okay.
And but even then, I will say, Lucas, Disney, whoever the fuck needs to go back through those movies and take off all that stupid shit that Lucas added throughout the 90s and 2000s. Because fuck all that bullshit.
All the remastered stuff.
Mm-hmm. Fuck all that. And the fact that they added Hayden Christensen at the end of Return of the Jedi is fucking idiotic. Just leave the old dude that they had on there.
Yeah.
All right, so who else we got? It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's gonna be Rise of Skywalker for sure. What like Shadowlink Vapor said, aka Amish, the like the newest ones, they were cool for what they were. Like they were cool to watch, and like they were like everything that was done like was pretty sweet. But as far as like the storyline and stuff goes, can't beat the originals for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it redeems Star Wars to a point,
For the
you know,
newer
from
generation.
for the newer generation. But yeah, I mean, us that have been watching these our entire lives, we're like, "Eesh."
Yeah. Go ahead, Corey. 3 left.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Rise of Skywalker as well, because I enjoyed that movie, but it's not, of course, not the favorite out of all of them. The next two are is what if you want to get introduced to Star Wars, honestly, and if you didn't want to watch them in chronological order, the last two I'm gonna pick are the ones I would suggest watching first of all.
Mhm.
If I've
So-
learned anything from this lockdown, it's that the only teens I hate are quarantines. Thank you for that, Domino.
What about you, Frank?
I'll do. So I only have three left, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I think The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, so where are you at with this then, Tuna?
Return of the Jedi.
All right, 2 for 2 there.
I'm gonna go with A New Hope on that one.
New Hope,
But-
is number 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Corey said, it's very slow moving, very slow paced. So because you're learning characters and this and that, it's still a good movie, but it's just that whole introduction takes a minute and it does make it lag a little bit. Especially like our generation, we're so used to story moving like this because we have been taught to not have longer attention spans than needed. So it does
Mhm.
play a little bit into that.
You know, now that you're saying that, it kind of makes me rethink my list here a little bit. But for me, I might go Empire Strikes Back on this one for number 3.
And my number 2 is going to be Return of the Jedi. Because just seeing how everything that climax throughout you get emotionally attached to the 3 movies. So you
Yeah.
seeing the climax of it is just it gives a warm feeling in your heart and everything, and you get so emotionally involved in it. Seeing the end of it is just like holy crap, you're just taking it everything in. You're like, this is amazing. I loved it. So Return of the Jedi is going to be my number 2 pick for my favorite. What about you, Frank?
A New Hope. For the reasons that Orbin said.
All right. Where you at, Tuna?
The Empire Strikes Back kid.
Number 2, huh?
Number 2.
And what about you, Clown?
A New Hope, last movie, because I haven't seen 9, so I can't even
Yeah.
really speak for that one. But not New Hope, Empire. It sets the stage for the climax in Jedi. It just like brings it all together, ties it all, and you get to see a little bit more of like Jedi training. Because if now we kind of know all the lore, but at that point when the movie came out, it actually gave a little bit more on what Jedis are and this and that. Even though once you dive into the world of Star Wars, holy shit, that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying too. Return of the Jedi is going to be my number 2.
And then,
Just
of
'cause,
course, my number 1, my favorite Star Wars movie, of course, to me is Empire Strikes Back. It was the first movie I ever watched, first Star Wars movie I ever watched with my dad as a little kid. And that pretty much started my Star Wars kind of like fandom from there. Where it's like seeing everything, seeing the end, and just like, holy crap, his hand gets cut off, and just seeing it. It was so much happened in one movie to set a scene of something like what's happens in the Return of the Jedi. There's so much going on, and it's just so fascinating seeing every little bit, and I loved it.
What about you, Frank?
I'll go Empire Strikes Back, but for the different reason. It kind of like it's no longer like a heroes versus villain story at that point. It was between like Darth Vader blurring the lines kind of thing. So yeah, Tuna.
A New Hope because I watched it on Betamax with my grandfather. That was the first movie I ever saw. The first Star Wars movie I ever saw.
Cool.
What about you?
And I haven't seen 9, so my list ended already. James.
Okay.
For me, of course, it's going to be New Hope because, like Tina's saying, that's where it all started for me. started my Star Wars journey and got me down the road. You know what I mean? And it still holds up to this day. I watched it
Mhm.
not too long ago, and I was just like, yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
So with that, that wraps up our main topic for today. But we still are doing the playlist, but it is the start of the new playlist. Volume 2 is what we're calling it, right?
Vaping with the Ohmies Volume 2. It's
Vaping
already
with the
created.
Ohmies, Volume 2. So, of course, what we're going to do is we're all going to add 2 songs to the playlist. Hopefully ones that, like, I haven't added to the other one already. But, of course, we're going to have Frank and Tuna add a couple on. And then, of course, we're going to have you guys out there in chat add one on as well. So, get those titles, get those artists, drop those songs down in the chat, and of course we'll go through at the end and pick one of you guys to add a song onto the list this week. So with that, Corey, why don't you go ahead and start off this week?
Of course. Let me get it. The song came out yesterday, and I've been in love with it because I feel like this band is coming out with a new album, and this is like setting the pace for the album. The song is called Outsider by Veil of Maya.
Ooh, yeah, I saw that they released that yesterday.
Oh my
Right.
God. It is awesome.
Dude, they're badass.
And so I will pass it over to Tuna. What song are you going to add?
Oh, crap. Eric Clapton, Old Love.
Old Love, Eric Clapton. Got it. Good. Pass it off.
Frank.
No genre specific, right?
Nope.
No.
Anything you want.
That's whatever you want to add.
Let's do Black and Blue by Slumberjack.
By who?
Slumberjack.
Got it. Pass it off.
Clown.
I'm gonna go with Ailstorm Drink. Tune out he went. James, you're next, buddy.
All right, I'm going to go with. Actually, let me see here. Let me do this. Pull up the old Spotify.
Remember, guys, get those songs in chat. I know they're coming. They're coming.
I'm gonna go with. Where is it? Where'd it go? Acting Crazy, Action Bronson. That's what I want to throw up there. So back to you then, Corey.
Okay. Let's see. What to add? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to do, let's see. I'm going to do the song Erased by Volumes. Pass it off to Tuna.
Of Mice and Men, Feels Like Forever.
Tuna recently discovered Of Mice and Men.
I know. thanks to Logan Exhales and my wife.
Oh yeah, Logan's pretty versed in the world of metal. Did not realize that.
I was like, show me your ways, young Padawan.
Hilarious because he told me he worked at Hot Topic when he was in high school. I was like, you rocking that Simple Plan? The look of anger in his face.
True. Let's see. So I'll go. I mean, you got one rock, one country, and one EDM person. So what could go wrong, right? I'll go Automatic Vindala remix by Zoo and Alona George.
Okay. Best off.
Clown.
Alrighty, so for my next selection, I'm going No Dogs, No Master, Caninas.
All right. And for me, I'm going to go Jazz. Parentheses, We've Got This by Tribe Called Quest.
Boosh.
If you guys do not listen to a Tribe Called Quest, what are you doing?
Been a minute.
Doing things
the song?
wrong.
What's the song, James?
Jazz.
Okay.
And I think that's it for us, right? Two from everybody
You want to
here.
add two? Since we have two guests, you want to add two songs? Frank
Let's do
pick
it.
one, and then Tuna
Let's
pick
do
one.
it. Let's do it. You okay?
Cool.
So Frank, you go first, and then Tuna, you can go next.
Pick one from chat.
Because he's my homie and we do nepotism, I'll go with
Ooh.
Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
Yes.
Says advocate for liberty. So yeah.
All right. So Tuna, your turn to pick.
Barracuda by Heart.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I was
Shout-outs to
hoping
our-
somebody would pick that.
Shout outs to our Mama Raider Live for Barracuda.
Barracuda.
So thank you guys for taking part into the volume 2 of Vaping with the Ohmies playlist. And of course, we're going to be doing this every show, so keep those song ideas in your head and save them for next week, because of course you can get your chance next week to get them on the playlist. We're going to try to pick different people every week. That way when everybody kind of gets a chance to get a song up on the list. And with that, we do have a little bit of a teaser for you guys of something that's coming up. I'll just go ahead and hit him with the bumper, and then you can tell him about it afterwards. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Alrighty.
DIY corner.
All right.
Tell 'em
So
about it. Tell 'em
what
about
we're gonna
what's
be
happening.
doing is we're gonna start doing like a little DIY section for myself over here, and like I'm gonna have the guys start it off just to keep it a little bit simple. But every week I'm gonna try to get some like profile recipe suggestions. Within that following week, I'll try to come in with that flavor, and we'll talk a little bit about how it turned out and all that kind of thing. And I do want like chat blowing up on suggestions and seeing what. And I'll even throw it up randomly to who could pick it for me. That way I'm not being biased on my personal preferences. And, you know, it's one of those things of I could even like set up the recipe on my ELR page where you guys can go to pick that up and try it out for yourselves. So this week I just wasn't prepared, but we're gonna start rolling into that. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yep.
Give him socks. Give him socks.
So it's gonna be awesome, guys. So definitely stay tuned for that. And get some flavor ideas ready, because who knows, we might be coming to you guys for some suggestions in the near future. And with that, I do want to make an announcement. I think we might be taking a break next week from the show. I do have a doctor's appointment and stuff, so I'm not gonna be able to make it. And I think the guys have a couple things that they need to do, and we're gonna try to kind of get a couple things buttoned up, and then come back the following week with a brand new episode. We might have a guest, we might not. We're still trying to figure that all out. So I do want to say we might not be having a show next week, guys. Just want to make sure we make that announcement here. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it as far as all that stuff goes. So with that, I guess we'll go ahead and run into some sign-outs here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Poon Sauce. What you got coming up? Tell them the updates you got.
Okay, so I'm thinking about changing what's in the news to a bi-weekly kind of thing. So it gives more time to like, because doing it every week, it's sometimes you hit a Wednesday where nothing really's happening. So this gives it more time to see what pans out when it comes to advocacy stuff. So there might be a guest, there might not. Who knows? I'm working on that as we speak. But what's in the news might be becoming a bi-weekly thing, so it won't be this week, but I plan on having a what's in the news the following week. And I'm working on getting what's your story plan for this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. I might do a little bit of teasers in between during the week to kind of, if I get this set in stone, I'll be getting you guys stoked up for that. And of course, next week, the following Saturday, I have a pretty big What's Your Story plan, so keep an eye out for that as well. And yeah, that's all I got going.
All right, all right. So, Clown, what you got coming up?
Tomorrow I am doing the vlog at 5 p.m. Go check that out on my channel. And what's it called? Then we will be doing Wolf Bite with the two fellas down there on Thursday at 4 p.m. So be on the lookout for that. And I got some reviews coming up this week. Today I posted the one for the Aegis Mini. Finally got around to doing that. So go check that out. And yeah, I think that's all I got for now.
Nice.
Tuna, I heard from a little bird tweeting around that you started something new. Why don't you, with two other guys, why don't you maybe get a little sneak peek of maybe a little podcast that might be happening?
It's one person.
Oh, it's one person. I thought it was more than one. Okay, why don't you?
Oh
tell
no!
someone?
Oh yeah, no. I'm on something new. It's the show. It's Modified Liberty Inside Tuna. I think it's called. They're gonna change the name of it because that's just horrible. The name is just oh god.
Whoever thought about that?
That's on Saturdays. The time is 12 a.m. But
Okay,
we're
so
working
it's a
on the
late night
time,
show.
and then I'm on a podcast with an Advocacy for Liberty, and we just sit there and chat. We just talk about vaping, we talk about advocacy, we talk about music, we talk about whatever we want to talk about. So.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, we'll definitely
Smells
keep an eye
like
out for
tuna.
that once that starts coming out.
Smells like tuna's better.
Awesome.
What about you,
about
Frank?
you,
You got
James?
anything coming up?
So for now, Wolf Bite on KVTV channel. I don't know yet if we're doing it in 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because of a special guest. But
Oh yeah,
some-
we are.
This week
We're
it's
having a
different
guest.
time because of a special
Yeah,
guest.
I forgot
Yep.
about that. Sorry, guys.
yeah, boomer moment.
I guess so.
But for tomorrow, I'm recording something with a special person, so catch that up because I mean, Wolfbite is really good. It's taking off, but I want to do some stuff on my own. So I'm still
Awesome.
thinking about like one good like title for it. Hopefully, I could think about it like in a couple of hours maybe. But yeah, I'm recording something with a someone, so it will be out either on your latest podcast streaming softwares or networks. We'll see where it goes, but yeah, there's another one coming out. So yeah,
Definitely.
Cool. All right, and as far as that, we don't have Dan this week, guys. Unfortunately, he had some things he had to take care of, but don't worry, he'll be here next week. But he did pass the honors to me for a dad joke. So I'm gonna hit you with the bumper, even though it's got Dan's face on it, just because I want to see. It's time for a dad joke of the week. So with that, let me go ahead and pull up my handy dandy notes here, and here we go. Here's my dad joke for this week. Why do doctors make the best Jedi?
why?
Because Jedis must have patience.
Okay.
Why didn't you go with the lightsaber one?
Hey, oh, well, we can do that one too.
Please.
Where's the best place to
Redeem.
buy a lightsaber?
Where?
The Darth Mall.
But I'm bummed.
Yeah.
You
I
should've
had
led
I
with
had
that
to
one.
give you one just as bad as Dan would. So there you go. That's for you, Dan. So of course, thank you guys all for tuning in and hanging out with us this week. As far as my channel this week, I'm gonna try and do like a live review sometime this week for you guys. Try to see what I can do with the new setup here. Got a couple, I'm able to use 2 cameras and stuff now, so I'll be able to do a down low, up top type situation. So might fiddle around with that and try to do that sometime this week. And then of course, the green room coming up on Friday as always, and the Shed Time podcast every Sunday. If you have not checked out the one that came up this past Sunday, we did have my man Danny Castle on the show, so definitely go check that out. It was a great time. It was a hilarious episode. Just good times hanging with my dudes in the shed, getting down on some podcast action. So definitely go check that out. And of course, we'll be back here next Monday with my Ohmies and all you guys out there in chat for another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. And who knows, or actually not next week, the week after, because we're going to be taking a break. So definitely stay tuned for the following week, and we'll be back and catch you guys there. With all that being said, guys, we're going to end it as we always do. We're going to send out all those positive vibes, crisp by fives, and as always, let's just vape on, Ohmies. May the 4th be with you.